This is David from swimmingpoollearning.com, and I'm going to go over which is the better test kit, a photometer or photometer, or a reagent test kit. If you're not familiar with a photometer, this is a test kit that works by shining a specific wavelength of light through a colored water sample. The light source typically are LED or a laser, and it can emit light at a precise wavelength needed for the test. As the light passes through the sample, some of it is absorbed by the colored solution, which would be the reagent that you're using to test the pool parameter. And when the rest passes through the light sensor on the other side, it'll give you a digital reading of the sample. One thing about photometers that I like is that they're very accurate and precise. Another thing is that you're going to get a digital readout, and sometimes you can use an app to send or store this digital readout of the test parameter. They're also very easy to use, and again, you're going to get a very easy to read digital printout, sometimes to the decimal point of the test parameter that you're doing for that particular pool. And you're also going to not need to match the color, so a photometer takes all the guesswork out of testing. Many of the test factors are also NSF approved, which is an independent testing company that verifies the accuracy of these particular test factors. Some of the drawbacks of a photometer are that they are more expensive than a reagent test kit, with some, like the Lamont Spin Touch, costing over $1,000. The reagents and the tablets used by the photometers are also more expensive than your traditional reagent test kit. In general, using a photometer test kit is a slower process than using a reagent test kit, with one exception. The Lamont Spin Touch can do 10 test factors in 60 seconds, but in most cases, the photometer test kit is going to take you longer to do the readings, especially if you have tablets they have to crush in order to get the reading. There's also the possibility of user error. You still have to measure the reagent in some cases, or fill the chambers specifically to a certain level to get an accurate reading. Some of the benefits of a photometer is that it makes you look much more professional. Also, if you do commercial accounts, hotels, apartments, it's good to have a photometer so that you can show the health department the exact digital reading of that test parameter or test factor. They're great for pool startups where you need to log the results for the builder, and they also can do more test factors than your standard reagent test kit. Copper, iron, biguanide, phosphates, borates, and salinity as an example of some test parameters that reagent test kits cannot do. Reagent test kits operate on a principle of using dyes or chemicals to get the reading. A chemical like phenol red, for example, will give you the pH reading, and a dye like DPD will give you a free chlorine reading. The reagent test kits are fast. You can do a reagent test of the primary 3 test factors fairly rapidly. They're also affordable. A reagent test kit will cost much less than a photometer test kit, and the refills for the reagent test kit are going to be more affordable than those for a photometer. It's also very easy to use. You simply add the particular reagent, and then you match the color with the color chart associated with the particular tester to get the test factor readings. And one thing also is that a lot of the newer reagent test kits are NSF approved, which means that they've been independently verified to be accurate. Some of the drawbacks of a reagent test kit is, of course, that it's all subjective. You're actually looking at the color sample and then comparing it to the sample chart of the test kit you're using. So you may not get an exact reading. And again, since the reading is subjective, you don't know for sure if the pH is 7.8 or 7.6 or 7.4. There is no digital readout. It also has limited test parameters, so you can't do copper and iron and phosphates and salinity with the reagent test kit. There's also the user error. You have to put the right amount of drops in to get an accurate reading. In the end, if you're going for convenience and speed, the reagent test kit is the way to go. And if you're going for accuracy and record keeping, the photometer test kit is definitely the way to go. And I would of course suggest having a reagent test kit as well as a photometer test kit for your pool service business, and it's a good idea to have both available. Pool Service Pro. Open a Leslie's wholesale account today and receive wholesale pricing on products you use every day. Leslie's Pool Supply offers convenient locations that are open 7 days a week. Another great benefit of opening a Leslie's wholesale account is Leslie's referral program. Get referred to a customer looking for weekly pool service. Save time and money and grow your pool service route and become a Leslie's Pro.